Lifetime! What's happening? What is up, friend? New friend? Great and amazing Whiteboard Wednesday. As you're rocking in, let me know where you're rocking in from. I know I told most of you this was going to be pre-recorded because I had something to do and I was going to miss the 9 o'clock time, but either way, we're still delivering value either way, and we're still getting this in, and this is going to be ideal for those of you that are really looking to increase your conversions on social media. Let's make it happen, get it going. So I got them drawn up here, and this is, the reason why I really want to go over this is because I feel so when I first got started, about 2.5 years ago, in my first company, or the company that I got introduced to rather, I didn't really understand what it would take from the point of me sharing my opportunity to the point of where I would close. Obviously my upline told me, just share your link, doing all these tactics that really don't work anymore. And if your upline's telling you that, hopefully it is working for you, but if it's not, I definitely want to go over these 5 simple steps to get you towards more conversions on social media. And it's something that you can definitely duplicate across your team as well, because this is something that I've implemented, in one of my groups at my team. And, it's something to just really go by as a structure, because I believe, and I know that, when you're just getting started, or regardless of wherever you're at and building your business, it can be very overwhelming as to where to start. And not only that, we become very robotic. It's almost like we forget that human connection, which I brought up in a live this week, which is definitely something that's going to get you towards more of your conversions as well, when you really have that human connection. I know that after seeing these 5 steps here, I know for a fact that you'll definitely feel a bit more comfortable, probably be more itching towards wanting to get out towards prospecting and doing what you need to do. So let's get it going. Let's get it rocking. And actually, this is something that I had seen before. I'm always consistently looking up different things and providing value for you guys, but this is something that I saw mirrored. I forget exactly where it was from, but it was like a training that I had done. I do so many trainings all the time and so many different things I'm looking up, but it's never left me. So I want to give credit to where it's due. I just don't remember where it's from, but this is something that I've seen and I kind of revamped it a bit and really went towards making it my own for myself and my team, and for those that join me along with business, to really just get a simple frame print. So feel free to go a part in making this something, or tagging your team in here if this is something that would be of benefit for them. Let's get it rocking. So we got the whole thing here. I'm going to just number them as to what I feel goes with first, because I know we see rapport here, and there's so many people, especially in this industry, your upline or whoever your guru or someone may be telling you, don't go with rapport, just, slap them with your link and just see if they're open. And that's cool, you could do that. But I'm going to explain to you how rapport happens regardless. You don't have to go about and ask them about their Aunt Sally and how they're doing. No, there's many other ways for you to build rapport without even really having to speak to people. And I'm going to get into that in just a little bit. So the first thing that I'm going to go over with is there's really no order, I would say, per se, but if I were going to give an order to what this would be in your sales process, let's just go with asking a question first. So when I bring up the fact of asking a question in your sales process, in order for you to really get to the point of asking for the sale and closing, you really need to find out during that conversation whether or not someone is open, or someone is, fitting to your product or service or opportunity. And obviously asking questions, this could go 2 different ways. So either you can just go straight for the jugular, which, I do that as well. Especially if I'm talking to my ideal target market or client for my business, I just go right ahead and ask for the question, because later on you can go about building rapport, and I'll show you exactly. And actually, rapport is being built right when you ask the question, if you build your business this way that I'm going to suggest. So asking the question first. So you can either go right off the bat and just say, hey, I was looking over your profile. You look like someone I'd like to work with. Would you be open to taking a look at, what I'm doing right now to help, if you're targeting moms or whatever, if it's someone that's a mom or a dad, what I'm doing to help moms, make an extra income from home. Asking that question, you could either be, so I'm going to say you could either be direct and just ask right away, or you can, obviously, maybe just do that initial connection. And then, maybe, I don't know if you have a sequence of how you ask or if you go right away. Regardless of what it is, the sooner you ask, the better, is what I like to say. The sooner you ask a question and be more direct, the better. But if you don't feel like being direct and you want to kind of do it in an indirect way, kind of, do the rapport building of talking, I'm not knocking it, because there's people that do it and there's people that are successful with it. However, when it comes to speed, it's not as speedy if you're thinking about wanting to get to a point. So, or like I said before, you can either ask it direct or you can ask it, I would say, indirectly. So, whether you go through the questions like, hey, so wonderful to connect with you. And I'm painting the picture here. This is when you initially first, become a friend with someone, or not even become a friend. Maybe you're just like, looking through Facebook groups on people that you want to prospect. You could either do direct, where you ask right away, or you go indirect, which sometimes indirect, if you're doing it that way, it can be a little bit weird, and some people may not answer you. So I will always advise with being direct, especially if you're building your business this way. So after that, after asking directly, you can identify the need. So this can all be simultaneous. This is what I'm saying. So when you're identifying the need, simultaneously, as you're looking at that person's profile, whether or not you're going to ask them the question, you can go about and simultaneously identifying the need as you look over their profile. Looking at the family. Do they look like someone that do they have an occupation? Are they working? Do they have it on their Facebook that they're working? What does it look like they're up to? Does it look like they have a lot of kids where they may need something, like identifying a need? And you can also identify the need through when you ask the question. So if you're direct and you ask, would you like to know more or whatever, and maybe they say no, obviously going forward and asking for a referral and identifying if there's a need for them or maybe a need for somebody else. So when you can identify that after you've asked directly, if they either say yes, like I'm open to taking a look, obviously sharing with them and maybe finding out a little bit more. So right now, what is it, is there something that you currently do that would interfere from you, making an extra income, identifying the need? So asking questions like that. I know this is a little bit more vast, but I want to get you guys thinking here, because it's not just about slapping a link to someone. And after seeing the kind of marketing that I see, and I'm not perfect by any means, however, I just really vouch and want to advocate for the profession, because this is an absolutely incredible profession, and so many people go about and doing it in a very salesy, very sly way. So this is just a process to really hopefully keep you on, and it's a little bit deeper, but if you're down for it, follow along with me, because this is really what's going to get you towards seeing more sales, more conversions on social media. So identifying that need. Is there a need with what your product, service, or opportunity does? So, identifying, obviously this is going to be the problem. Is there a problem that you should still continue? Because we don't want to waste our time with people. So I did this for such a long time. I waste time with people that they did not have a need for my product or service. And, if I took that extra step forward, I could have given up and wasting all that time with following up with someone that didn't have a need for my product. So identifying the need is absolutely crucial and huge. And it's the biggest way for you not to have a time waster for yourself. So moving on again, next thing it's going to be is, connecting that need with your product, your service, your opportunity. So if this person you're talking to, say they're a parent, you directly ask them, hey, I was looking at the profile, you look at someone I'd like to work with. I like to work with people that also stay at home with their kids, whichever. Would you be open? Yes. Identifying the need. Well, hey, this is, if they ask you, what is it you do? This is what we do. Addressing the need, maybe shouting out the problem. I help moms get better, I help moms with more energy for themselves, whatever. Identifying that need, spinning out that problem and seeing if it's there. If they're like, oh, maybe this won't be for me. The whole time, before you give them the cookies, I like to call it, because so much of us are so quick to just want to, oh my God, they said yes, let me throw a link at them. And that's cool. However, sometimes let's back it up a little bit, maybe go a little bit further. Qualify. I like to call this qualifying, because our business is the mothership. Mothership, fathership, whatever it may be. That is ideally what you really want to focus on, and really protecting that. So before you really go with that, you really want to identify the need, then connect it. connected with, if it's more energy, whatever. Oh, well, then all of a sudden she says, I could use more energy. Great, connect it with your need. Hey, take a look at this. This is something that I feel that would definitely help you, or, take a look at this video. Whatever your tool is, once you've identified the need and connected it with that person, you've qualified them. This is someone that, hey, I could take them along the process more towards conversion. Then you use your tool and then you plug them in, right? So then we move along. After you've connected the need and you see that this is someone that, they looked at it and you're like, wow, this looks awesome. Can I get more info? Can you share with me a little bit more? This is where a lot of people really have the hiccup. And I've been here as well. And this is very time sensitive, but asking for the sale. This is when we close. This could be something that's very uncomfortable and it takes a little bit of time, but after you've collected all of this, the reason why I'm going through this process here is because you've already built enough confidence that, hey, this is someone that's qualified. At this point, you're going to know, is this someone I would like to work with? Is this someone I'd like to have as a customer? I've been looking at the profile. I'm kind of stalking them a little bit. I'm going along. They definitely connect with the need of my product, my service, my opportunity. At this point, it's like we get really excited. Just ask for the sale. Just ask for the sale. Just simply go on and say, hey, Pam, I definitely feel as though you absolutely benefit from this product based on what you've said to me, because they identified themselves, saying, I could use more energy. Based on what you said to me, if you'd like, I could send you the link of where you can purchase and try it out. Or if you have some kind of special thing, I don't know, if you have guarantee, hey, asking for the sale, be like, hey, this is what I would really suggest. If you'd like, I can get on a call with you and walk you through how to order today. Asking for the sale, implying, giving them almost that call to action, giving them that direction, because most marketers really miss out on this. We, as human beings, we need direction. So when you can actually go and ask for the sale and be like, hey, I'd love for you to try this out. I would love to get a testimony from you and see how it would affect you. And if it doesn't work for you, I'd be more than happy to get your money back. If you, hopefully have a company that does money back guarantees and all that stuff. That's just a way of enticing someone, making them feel comfortable. So asking for that sale, and then once you've asked for the sale, whether they say yes or no, then you can go about and build a rapport all you want. You know what I mean? So, and this can go either way. This can go even if someone says no. You've identified the need, they said nah, you're like, all right, well, how about a referral? You connect the need with somebody else. Obviously you're not asking for the sale, but you're gonna ask hey, right now we have something going on. If, maybe if you have a promotion, would you know of anybody that would absolutely benefit from the promotion that I have going on right now to want more energy or want longer hair, whatever your product or service, whatever your service provides as a solution. Then after that, maybe they said, nah, I really don't. Go ahead and build rapport. Because the thing that's powerful about rapport is that you're still dripping on that person. So I've done this so many different times where someone's told me no, but they're still watching my marketing, they're still watching how I'm posting on Facebook, and it builds them to be curious after a while. That eventually at some point, either when I try to deflect, and I may update them in a month or so, and I may say, hey, I know it wasn't for you during that time, but, we just came out with something. It's really awesome. I just want to ask you, I knew before it wasn't ideal for you, but would you know of anyone during this time that may benefit from whatever that new product is, or, whatever is coming out in your company right now? Hey, we just, this person just won a trip. I know before you said that there was nobody that you knew of, but, I just kind of want to check back with you and see if maybe, I know this is ballsy, but this is what comes with building a business. You have to consistently follow up with people, consistently be on top of them. And that's where rapport goes huge, because you're really dripping on someone over time. And when I say dripping on them, maybe going on their stuff, liking their stuff, maybe engaging with their content, or maybe engaging with their posts or whatever. Because that's going to build rapport, and that's going to make you feel more comfortable to then go out to them later on. And after they're seeing you post all this stuff about your company and things like that, maybe say, hey, I'm super excited. Someone just won a trip, and I don't know if you know anybody that can use a trip right now, but especially during these times where we're locked up, whatever, become creative. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that was super value for you. And then I have objections in the middle, because obviously there's always objections. And if you're someone that has a really hard time when it comes to objections, I definitely would highly suggest a training that I did about 2 years ago, I believe. It's on YouTube, called the AAA Approach to Handling Objections Like a Boss. Drop a 4 or private message me. I'd be more than happy to share that link over to you. I know quite a few of you really enjoyed that video, because it really goes from the 3-step process to really overcome objections. And it was something that was very helpful for me during those times, because guys, building a business, there's so many different skills. All I have to say is start with one thing, move along. Don't get so overcomplicated and think, because sometimes what stops us from doing any action with anything, or making any sales, or helping anybody on social media, is we get in our heads, we may overthink. I'll raise my hand. I'm one of those people. If you're one of those people, I feel for you. So just take it one step at a time. Don't get overwhelmed. Just go through, and this isn't going to be perfect at first, but if you can just hit all of these and make it through, I guarantee you'll start to see more conversions on social media, and you'll start to see more signups, and you'll start to get more customers. So I hope that was valuable for you. Whiteboard Wednesday, baby. I'll be back live again tomorrow, normal time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Well, this is normal, but pre-recorded. This is my first time ever pre-recording a whiteboard, but hopefully you guys got some value. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.